Welcome to this short course on the Risk Navigator, IB's powerful portfolio monitoring tool. The Risk Navigator allows users to measure position risk and monitor the impact in local currency or Greek metrics, the impact of increasing or reducing positions. In this course, you will learn how to configure this sophisticated tool and how to view an array of risk metrics numerically or by using the plot viewer. Look out for the short quizzes following each lesson. IB's Risk Navigator is a sophisticated portfolio monitoring tool allowing investors and portfolio managers to measure existing positions across all asset classes. The Risk Navigator measures exposure according to currency and commonly used Greek metrics that common size risk by delta and gamma. Equity portfolio managers can use its advanced beta analysis to build their portfolios based on key concepts of the capital asset pricing model. In addition, the Risk Navigator can be used to create what-if views, enabling clients to check in advance the impact of adding, removing, or hedging some or all parts of a portfolio. In the classic TWS interface, from the Analytical Tools drop-down menu, select the Risk Navigator tree. Here, you can open your existing portfolio, or create a what-if model, or access previously saved portfolios. To access the Risk Navigator in Mosaic, use the blue New Window button, and from the Advanced Trading Tools section, locate Risk Navigator and open My Portfolio. Upon opening, you will be prompted to select a trader personality. Choose between three alternatives that best fit your trading style. The default Risk Navigator display differs for each of these designs. Select from derivatives, equity hedged, or equity long short. Note the different column display across the top of the page if you select and change the display from the reports menu. If you trade options, for example, the derivatives report will be more familiar given the number of Greek metrics shown by default to monitor risk. Because there is a lot of data, let's divide the default screen into pieces to help you better navigate. First is the report table, which displays positions, prices, live P&L values, along with any values displayed under each column heading. Each underlying on the left has a blue plus expand button, which when clicked will reveal another layer of information about the asset. And while the columns are preset by the report designer, you may add or remove columns via the dimensions or metrics menu, the report designer, or moving the mouse over the column header, or just a right-click on any header. You can see the aggregate P&L graph for your positions in the P&L plot viewer. By default, it is populated by base scenarios constructed based on the previous closing prices. To populate the P&L plot viewer with the most recent curves, click the Update button. The default view shows expected P&L change for the portfolio, assuming equal percentage price changes for all underlyings. But if you enable beta-weighted analysis, then it can display the expected P&L of your portfolio versus a reference index. Click right on the plot viewer to reveal a menu of items that you can add to the display. Users can plot vertical columns to help mark plus or minus percentage moves from the current. You can add a 99.5% confidence interval or overlay additional P&L values, assuming 15% changes to implied volatility. You can also pick up a vertical crosshair to inspect expected changes to your portfolio for a given move in either the reference index or underlying security. And you may also view the P&L curve as of the prior close. The display may be controlled from the navigation area to the right. For example, from the report menu, users may choose various reports from risk by underlying, portfolio, risk by industry, risk by country, and so on. Here you can also change the display in the report table above as well as what is plotted in the window. Users can also isolate individual subsets of their portfolio based on the filter drop-downs located in this navigation area. For example, by selecting an underlying from the underlying drop-down menu. Use the drop-down arrow to drive the report's content or type in the field to restrict its content. Notice that the choice here drives what appears in the report and in the plot viewer. You should also be aware that you will only see an aggregate measure for all underlyings when the report viewer is set to risk by underlying. Finally, the dashboard at the top provides a snapshot display of critical risk information aggregated across the portfolio. You can see net liquidation and P&L for the day, as well as margin values required to support the portfolio. You will also see readings for value at risk, or VAR, and expected shortfall. If you enable the beta-weighted analysis via the settings menu, then the Risk Navigator will also automatically calculate your average beta and your portfolio beta in the dashboard. Above the report table is a series of tabs. You can see various asset classes listed as product category tabs, while to the right are portfolio report tabs. P&L, value at risk, and margin sensitivity. Your entire portfolio is broken out into one of the product tabs. The product category tabs report on the portfolio in its entirety. You will see positions related to any cash contract class on the Forex tab. Commodity and commodity index related positions are listed on the commodity tab. Financial index and fixed income related derivative positions go to the money market tab. Structured products are listed on their own tab. See the bond tab for corporate, government, and municipal bond positions. All non-bond positions that cannot be clearly categorized into other tabs are put into the equity tab. Use the live P&L tab for a snapshot of unrealized and daily P&L for the day defined by respective asset classes. This tab provides an overview of your aggregated P&L for your entire portfolio. Click right on the P&L for day column, hover over Insert a column, and select any of the raw or percentage realized, unrealized, or mark-to-market P&L readings for month or year to date.